sound.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I like how that's the opening of this video now. Like the video went live, it was already recording, and that's the first thing they're gonna hear when they listen to it, or even like future sponsors. That's the first thing they're gonna hear.
This will pique some curiosities. Like, man, what did they talk about on the pre-show? What did they talk about before the pre-show? You know, opens up some mystery.
Oh man. Okay. Oh, three viewers are in. Okay, so it's working. It's working.
Hello, three worthy viewers.
Hello.
Sincere, what's going on? What is up?
Dave Sincere is always in the house.
Of course, Steve is in the house. Welcome back, Steve. I don't think I saw Steve last week. Was he? Were you on last week, Steve? What's going on, B&B Films?
What is good, YouTube?
Look, my friend got me like a new bottle. He was like, "I'm tired of seeing your shaker bottle." So,
hey, is that product placement?
Oh,
Jason?
shoot, my bad.
You got to charge for that, man.
Or Hydro Flask. You can sponsor me and Dan.
Hey, damn, you gotta do it that way, man. Tune or something, so that way that you can put that there.
What's going on, David Johnson and Richard Dela Cruz?
What's going on, chat? Richard, Dave Sincere. We're still in that pre-show mode, so got about 5 minutes or so before we start. Are you waiting, B&B? Are you waiting for us to talk about the D850, or are you actually waiting for the D850? I don't know. I'm not going to have a whole lot to say about it. We're just going to kind of breeze through some of the topics, but if there's anything in particular, let us know before we jump in there. Felipe, what's going on? Spain, Steve says it was 107.6 degrees.
Ooh. At first, I thought he was talking about an FM radio station. 107.6.
Oh, man.
That's intense. And it's intense. And it's getting warm again.
Man, I was like, since I was doing those like, I'm trying to do those daily videos, man. I went to the park the other day or yesterday, and I was out in the sun. It was like 100 plus degrees, and I almost like this to myself. God. I was like, it's for the YouTubes. It's for the YouTubes. I can do this. The camera, the A9 was so hot to touch, and the A6000, I was just like, they're gonna say I'm cooking the camera again. But I'm like, but hey, I don't know.
Did it survive? Did it survive the shoot?
It did. The indicator did turn on the A9, but it didn't shut off. Funny enough, the A6000 didn't get any indicator or anything. It just kept trucking along. But it was hot. Like the cameras were hot to touch. While the performers were out in the sunlight too. So, but yeah, I guess I was out for like 2 hours. Good thing I used some sunscreens because man, it just sucks.
I'm pretty sure we got like 10 shades darker since we first started the show.
Oh man, where did my chat window go? It's gone. Oh whoa.
What's up, Chris Cheek? Steve, yes, Vivian is in the house. She's watching How I Met Your Mother.
B&B is hoping for some 4K full frame on the Nikon D850.
I don't know anything about the Nikon, so...
Me neither, other than the rumorvilles and what people are saying, but I'm going to speak my 2 cents about it and just hope everything goes well during the show.
That's honestly the best. All that we could ever hope for every Monday night.
Pretty much. No, that's about it. Hey, I didn't really get to check it out, but that Sigma lens, did you buy it or did you borrow it? What was the situation with the 2470?
Oh, I bought it. I bought that. And I don't know what I was thinking. I honestly bought it just because I was like, all right, well, a lot of people are kind of curious about it.
No, they're not.
No, I guess they're not really. But I bought it just to check it out and see what's up. But surprisingly, the autofocus on the A6500 with that lens is pretty freaking good.
With the Sigma MC11, it's not
Yeah,
bad.
it held up pretty well in video. So and when we did another test yesterday because some people were saying, oh, you didn't compare apples to apples, you're using A7R2 and A6500. So I was like, okay, I'll redo the test with both A6500s. But the tests, I don't know, everything just went wrong. Anything possible that you could think could go wrong went wrong yesterday. And I thought I had all the settings right, but apparently the one with the Sigma, the A6500, had the autofocus setting set to responsive. So we're just like, oh crap, is the Sigma outperforming the G Master right now? And it turns out that we had like the settings off, like it was responsive. That's why it kept up so well. So, but
that's honestly the one thing I hate, just getting those settings off, man. Damn,
it's just like that one thing. And I was like, man, I can't lie, I have to redo the whole test. So I ended up having to trade my friend my A7R2 for his A6500 for a couple of weeks. So I'll run another test like on Thursday or something.
So you don't have an A7R2 right now?
Yeah, I don't have an A7R2. So I'm shooting with an A6500 with the Mikey battery grip right now. So kind of the same as your setup.
I don't use the battery grip, but
I don't use the battery grip. What the heck?
I don't use it for like this setup. I have a AC battery plugged in.
Okay, so I have an AC battery and a battery grip because I don't know what.
Oh, what the heck?
I'm overdoing.
Hey, you fancy? You are a little too fancy for everybody here, man. Oh man, it is 7 o'clock already. Are we ready to start the show?
Yes, maybe.
You know what, Jason? I was thinking this, man, and what if we just called the show New Gear? Like Top Gear, just call it New Gear. Instead of Monday Live.
I mean, pretty much we're always
just between you and me. Just between you and me. I mean, I was thinking about it, and I was like, it'd be like Top Gear, but New Gear.
New Gear.
I wonder if someone's already like, it's too late. I already made a podcast called New Gear, guys. No, don't take it. Got it on Anchor and everything, on iTunes. I don't know. Just a thought. Just a thought out there. All right, let's go ahead and start the show. It'd be cool if we had some music playing. Just imagine some really funny music playing in the background. What is good, everybody? It's a guy along here with Jason Bong. Welcome back to Monday Live. I think we're on episode 22. I'm not exactly sure right now, but it is.
I don't even keep count.
It is a little past 7 p.m. And today we've got a variety of topics we're going to be going over. We're going to talk about the hyped up or the new info that's dropping for the Nikon D850. Talking about the dynamic range problem, or if it really is a problem, on the Canon 6D Mark II for anyone that cares. And a couple of other items on the Sony front. There hasn't been like dramatic news as of late, other than lenses starting to ship out to people. But we are going to start off our segment with our usual hashtag new gear. So if you did get anything new, by the way, even if it's old, it doesn't have to be exactly new, but if it's something you recently got or in the last few weeks and you didn't mention it, feel free to drop a hashtag new gear and let us know what you got. So I'm going to set the floor off to Jason. Jason, what is some new gear that you've recently picked up?
Oh, man. Well, I just published a video on all the new gears that I got last week. So, yeah, so I got like a new USB battery charger from Nitecore. It's pretty cool. It's similar to the RAV Power. You can charge like 2 batteries at once.
Nitecore? Like
Nitecore.
Nikon?
Nikon?
Oh,
no,
okay.
Nitecore. Like Nitecore. Nitecore.
He got some connections with Nikon. That's nice.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Don't want that kind of rumor circulating around. Oh, it was funny too, because like I got a pretty hilarious story. But it's off topic, but someone, I forgot I joined like a Panasonic GH5 group, and someone like posted a photo of like 3 like G85s or something, and then I just like made like an offhanded comment, which wasn't really a comment. It was just like an O emoji, like shocking emoji, and then someone was like, "Hey, aren't you a Sony guy? Are you lost in this group?" And I was like, and I didn't even realize what he was saying at first. I was like, what is this guy talking about? And I was like, I just like this comment anyways. And then someone else came in. They're like, "Hey, Jason, big fan of your video. I left Sony though, but blah, 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 blah." And I realized, I was like, oh, shoot. I just like reviewed myself in a Panasonic GH5 group. So,
oh, shoot.
Yeah.
You just
funny. So I forgot
just
I joined that group too. It just popped up. Some like a friend of mine just posted a photo and it just like showed up on my feed. So I thought he just posted on his personal Facebook, but yeah.
That's too funny, man.
Anyways, just to wrap things up on my end, I got the Flashpoint. So Adorama sent me 3 flashes to review. I got the Flashpoint Mini R2 and the regular R2 and the Evolve 200. So yeah, I'm like loaded with Flashpoint gears right now. So I'm going to need to take it out and run some tests. Hopefully, if I have any photography gigs coming up, I want to be able to use some of these speed lights out because, you know, I tried out the TTL. I tried out the 2 speed lights from Flashpoint and have them on TTL, and man, it is life changing. Like I had no idea what I was doing yesterday, but I didn't have to dial I don't have to dial in any settings, and the photos, the colors, and everything, they look freaking nice. So
they're TTL then, right?
Yeah, they're all TTL.
They're compatible.
Yeah.
So question then, they're not, it's Sony specific, right? So I couldn't, if you mounted it to another camera body, it would just be, it wouldn't have TTL, it'd be manual focus, manual, right? Is that the way? Or can you buy a specific adapter?
I honestly don't, I can't say for sure what happens when you mount it to a different system, but on the website, it does make you choose either Canon, Nikon, or Sony. So I would assume it will only work for the respective camera. So yeah, I guess you're right.
We'll just save it for a review. No problem. Just check out Jason's stuff when that comes around. As far as his flash stuff is, but that's cool.
Yeah, you're gonna have to give me some lessons. Got to refresh me on some flash tutorials or something.
You don't want me to start doing flash stuff, man. I'm trying to avoid that category. I was like, I'll leave the portrait stuff to Manny and Francisco and all of them. I'm like,
well, Danny, what did you get, man?
All right, so I got a couple of things along the pipeline. So I got this cheap wireless lav microphone kit. Makey sent it over to me. This is actually the first item that Makey's has actually sent out to me because there was that whole debacle. People thought I was being sponsored by them or something like that. But they sent over this wireless microphone kit. It's similar to like the Rode wireless lav kit. I haven't reviewed it yet. I just got it today. So I'll be taking a look at it and doing some comparisons based on the audio quality. So that'll be interesting. I am currently trying to win an auction. 6000. I already have an A6000, but I'm trying to win an auction on a broken A6000. Can you believe that? Because I am looking to do a tutorial series guide on cracking open your A6000 and maybe diving into learning how to replace some of the parts.
Wow.
And adding the thermal pad onto the Sony A6000 to relieve some of the overheating challenges that people are having with that particular model.
That is insane.
So I've already dropped. I know, right? There's a couple of videos out there. There was one from the original, so definitely got a lot of credit for. Got to give credit to that person. But I'm looking to do a more comprehensive guide that's easier to follow, maybe, or just kind of like dummy proof, I guess, in a way. So I'm looking to do that, and yeah, just find ways to make it easy and on how to break down the parts. So it's been a while since I've been in carriage, so I'm gonna have to kind of put my thinking cap on a little bit. I was like, hopefully I don't make it worse, because the one I'm trying to win right now, and it only has a broken LCD, right? So you can buy a replacement.
I'm gonna outbid you, man.
There was like another one I was trying to win. It went from like $100 to $300. Like, it's a broken A6000. It sold for $300, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna try and see if I can win it. I already bid my number on it, so I don't want to spend more than a certain amount for it, but if I can get it for the price I'm going for, I can fix the LCD. I don't think that's going to be a problem. So I'll have another A6000, but I just want to use it, just practice opening up the camera. That's one of them. I did a video on the Camland 50mm f1.1 already.
Nice.
I got interesting mixed stuff with it. That's already out there. And then I got in contact with Rokinon today, and we're working out something where I'm trying to get the 12mm f2 because a few people were asking about it in the comment section of my last videos, and I was like, I don't know if I want to spend more money because typically I buy the stuff like Jason and I, right, Jason? We got unlimited money, right? Just flowing down from the sky.
Oh yeah, totally. Totally.
And I was like, man, I don't want to drop more money. So I said, I'm pretty sure I could probably just reach out to them and see if they'll send a review unit out to me. And they agreed to it. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I'll get the Rokinon 12mm in at some point and we can take a look at it. But that is what I have got on my end for new gear. Well, some of the stuff I don't even have yet. But just what's in the pipeline right now. Oh, and also the XPS 15, which I've talked about already, I guess. So far, it's good, but it is giving me some issues with the stuttering in Adobe Premiere Pro. It's a little bit annoying, but other than that, I've been editing all my videos on this little bad boy here. So,
uh-oh. Doesn't sound promising already. Windows.
Says the person who uses Premiere Pro on a Mac. How sinful of you.
I'm gonna make a switch. I'm gonna buy Final Cut, if not this week, but next week.
You know, I'm really like, I just want to use Final Cut. I'm just thinking about it, but I'm like, I know it's going to be a nightmare just to get going with it. But
yeah, once you start and you try and you reprogram certain keys that you normally use on Premiere, it's actually not too bad. But there were a few things that annoyed the crap out of me, like the fact that I can't really there's no video layers or audio layers. So every time you want to like move some stuff around, like it would just like snap the bottom layer down for whatever reason, because that's like your story timeline or whatever. I just thought that was completely dumb, but that's just me saying it's dumb because I'm coming from Premiere.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just, I know for sure you got to change your mental thinking of how you edit your videos with the Final Cut. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I've tried it. I mean, it's very nice. I think I like the concept of it because I was using like iMovie on my MacBook, and I'm like, it's not bad. It just, I just have to completely kind of change up the way I've been thinking about how I edit my stuff. So, but I kind of like, I'm getting really sucked into the Adobe ecosystem because I mean, I kind of like all the tools already there. It's very kind of like judo chop your way through all your video footage. So
yeah,
but
I have to make a comment, like the Lumetri tool on Premiere is so powerful. Like it just, when I use the coloring software on the coloring whatever plugin or effects on the Final Cut, I was just like, dude, this is horrible. Like how do people even do this? Obviously you need to get plugins for Final Cut, but I was like, man, I'm not about to spend $150 on a plugin right now, but I'm not even sure if I'm going to use the software or not. But natively on Premiere, you have a very powerful color correction and color grading tool already. So,
I mean, if you want to take that next step, man, you can get that DaVinci Resolve and try diving into it. I mean, I would really just need to spend time. I mean,
yeah,
DaVinci Resolve, but I hear it's optimized for Macs actually. So
yeah, I saw some of the rendering times, but you know, Final Cut is still king on the Mac. So
it's tough. I just use Adobe Premiere Pro at work. Like if I start going to Mac, I'm gonna get confused. So, man, all right, folks, let's go ahead and jump on into the chat and see what in the world is going on inside of the chat right now. Jason, you see anything out there?
So Steve says, new gear, new router to handle the new beast Wi-Fi. Nice.
What kind of speeds is he getting over there in his new place?
Yes, Steve, let us know your speed and send some over our way too. Joshua says he got the 55-210 lens. Very nice.
Okay, awesome.
Keith Bailey says, new gear, the Minolta beer can.
Oh, the Minolta. Nice.
Yeah. Mako Sports says the Aperture VS2 external monitor. Very nice. Katie asked for the model number for the Night Core.
Jason's gone. Evan Polinger says, after almost 2 years of shooting Sony, I finally got the 55mm Zeiss. Woo.
Congratulations.
Very sharp.
That's an amazing lens to own. Caddy, I don't know. Maybe private message me later, but just type in Nightcore Sony on Amazon and you'll find it. It's like $19.95 for it. See here.
Right.
We got some questions, which we'll answer towards the end of the show, maybe in about 30 minutes. So hang on to those questions tight. Steve.
Could be like 5. Who knows?
Could be like 5. Yeah. News is pretty short today, guys.
Yeah, news is short.
Steve says he's got the new Video Mic Pro Plus pre-ordered.
Oh, okay. I almost hated him for a second there, but I get it. Totally understand. With
he pre-ordered, so you can't hate him yet, but it's coming.
Okay, all right,
you can hate him then when it comes. Let's see here. Joshua says he's got an A6300. Congratulations. Dave Sincere says Jason Vaughn behind the enemy lines in the Panasonic GH5 group. Gotta know what the other people are talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Richard Olivier says he got the Alpha 6500 with the FE 85mm 1.8. Nice. Good stuff, Richard.
Well, let's see. Casper says the FE 100 to 400 G Master. Wow. We're going to talk about that in just a bit. Well,
I hate you.
Danny, just a bit because I have no clue what's going on with that lens. Nathan,
me neither.
Nathan pulled the trigger on the RX 105 finally.
Dang it! Convince you to get that, Nathan. Stop listening to Jason. You don't even need it.
You need it. You need it. You need everything. Kevin says new gear still waiting on his Tesla Model 3.
I hate you, Kevin.
Everyone has these cool texts. We can't buy cars unless the car is a camera. Can your car shoot 40?
Maybe we can get let's see if we can get a review unit in, right? Maybe we can review the cameras that are on board the Tesla.
Yeah, the side cameras are 720p. Front camera is 1080. Back camera's 4K. Makes no sense. Yeah, I think we got everything, Danny.
That was it? Oh crap. Let's see. What if did you say what if says he's got the Sigma 14mm f1.8 for the A7S II?
Oh, okay. Oh, I missed that. Okay. Yeah.
Are you using that for like astrophotography? Is that the kind of lens you would use for that? Let's see. Moist is here? Later peeps? LOL. Hashtag no context. What does he mean by moist?
I don't know.
All right, I'm moving on. Before we get into some trouble here. All right. We are jumping we are jumping into the news for like 2 seconds, and then we'll jump to the Q&A at the end of the show. So yeah, if you do have any questions, just hashtag QA, and we'll try to tackle them a little bit later. But we'll see where this goes down the rabbit hole. So if you read the title of this video, I guess I threw in some clickbait stuff on there. I talked about the Nikon D850, and I'm really not the person in the market for it. But it is very interesting to see what Nikon is currently doing. Now, again, these are all rumors. I know, was it like earlier last week or around last week, Nikon jumped the gun and said it's going to be called the Nikon D850. It's going to do 8K, what was it, 8K video?
8K time lapse?
It was, there you go, 8K time lapse. And so all these rumors started popping up. But the one I really thought when the initial rumors were coming around, they were saying about there was going to be a hybrid EVF or something like that. So you would have a regular viewfinder and a hybrid EVF. And I was like, that's the way to go. It was that just having that hybrid ability in there and adding more information and giving the kind of mixing in that mirrorless kind of nature and electronics into the camera. I was excited about it, but eventually got shot down. No hybrid EVF. Kind of sad about that for the folks on the Nikon side. But some big news is that it looks like they're going to be doing 46 megapixels. Again, these are still on the rumor front. So right now with the D810, they're at 36 megapixels. So you're definitely going to see another 10 megapixel bump. It looks like it's a specialized Sony sensor. Are we surprised about that, Jason, coming from Sony? Is it going to be a Sony sensor?
No.
So if we're getting that, we're also doing 10 frames per second. If we're clocking in 46 megapixels, that's what I usually call them. And they're touting it as a baby Nikon D5, quite possibly. That's going to be pretty interesting. Jason, I'm sure you don't have a whole lot of thoughts on this, but what do you think about what Nikon is trying to do here? And yeah.
I honestly don't know, man. I'm like so clueless with what Nikon is doing. I'm just like reading headlines, and that's all I know.
Oh, we're terrible. Okay, well, thank you for your input, Jason. I really appreciate it.
Move on to the next thing. I got a lot to say about the next thing.
Hold on, but the thing I like to say though about Nikon is that you are seeing them react. Like it's not like, oh, Sony's just kind of here on the side. They're not impacting the market, right? They really are, and you're seeing Nikon have to react to it. And hopefully I just hope the camera comes out, does well, doesn't have any problems, and it's exactly what people want out of their upgraded D810 to the D850. I know people want the 4K. I think they need it, especially the next topic that we're going to be talking about now. We always go into that argument. Do you need it? Do you not need it? You definitely are going to want something with 4K, and whether or not they're able to do a full frame 4K is going to be interesting. So I from last time I remember, I think that even the D5 never got the 5-minute limit corrected on their 4K, but
nah, not that I heard
of. Jason, go ahead and take the next topic.
All right. Throwing me under the bus here. All right, so a lot of things. I don't know. I'm just kind of be pulling this out of my butt right now. But we have Canon 6D Mark II on the show notes, and a lot of people are pretty much complaining about things that are wrong with the Canon 6D Mark II. And actually, you wrote down dynamic range is similar to the Canon 80D, but I heard the dynamic range is actually worse than the Canon 80D. Like, good thing I just watched the camera shows, the Camera Store TV's Canon 6D Mark II review. Otherwise, I wouldn't have anything to talk about today. But it was very interesting that they were talking about the dynamic range being a lot worse than a lot of the other Canon cameras, because I saw a headline on that, but I didn't get a chance to read up on it. But seeing some photo samples that Chris from the Camera Store TV took, he was just trying to bump up bump up the shadows or tone down the highlights of some of the photos, and man, it was pretty bad in comparison to the Canon 5D Mark IV. But it was also more surprising that it lost out to a Rebel camera, the T7i. Like, he tried to rescue the photo, a same photo. It was a really dark. They took a really heavily contrasted photo. Yeah, super underexposed, and they raised it up, and man, the colors were just so desaturated on the 6D, while the T7i retained a good amount of color in its photo. So it's quite shocking to see that the 6D Mark II being, the 6D being so good, being such an amazing camera when it first came out, and its successor to it just falls so flat. It just shocks me.
Honestly, for me personally, when the original 6D came out, I was bashing that. I was bashing the original Canon 6D.
You were bashing? Oh my god, why?
I was bashing it. I had the 5D Mark III. The 6D was announced, and I was like, it's only got 11 focus points. I think only the center point was cross type. I could be wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
It was funny because I was just saying stuff like, man, why release this camera? It was 1999 when it was released, I think. It was 5 frames per second, I believe. And I was like, man, screw this camera, man. I mean, I was like, if you why it seemed like such a downside, and it also only had 1/4000th of a second on the shutter speed, which was kind of odd too. And you know what? I hated on it initially, and then 6 months later, I got one. So
that's usually
that was my. And then I finally tried the camera. Okay, I tried the 6D, the original 6D. I liked it. It was fine, you know, and it wasn't like a 5D Mark III or anything like that, but it did pretty good with low light. And if you were good about how you used it, it was actually pretty decent. And I used it for event photography for like a year or two, and I did like it. It wasn't bad at all. I totally enjoyed using the 6D.
Yeah.
But now we're here at this juncture with the Canon 6D Mark II, and the question is Canon doing enough in 2017?
No. I mean, like, their original 6D was 1080. Okay, so you kind of bashed on it, but I kind of went into thinking, man, the Canon 6D is like amazing, because I felt like they released that camera as more of a budget full frame camera for the video guys. That way people don't have to invest in the 5D Mark III if they wanted to shoot a video. They would get like some really great, amazing video features from it that they don't have to spend the extra, what, 1,500 more for the Canon 5D Mark III. So just kind of seeing the 6D Mark II losing in the photography and the video battle just really saddens me, And I heard, from what the Canon, I mean, the Camera Store TV said, Jordan was like, yeah, the 1080 on the Canon 6D Mark II is just awful too. It's so soft. It's not even worth it.
And it's lower bit rate, I believe, too, compared to the original.
Why? Like, why did they cripple this camera so much? It's sad.
No, and the funny thing is, they did such a good job with all the other features. The dual pixel, the fully articulating screen, which is, I honestly, those are the most redeeming things about the camera, really. I mean, the dual pixel touchscreen, our fully articulating screen. If you were just a 1080p shooter, like if that was your thing, then this is not. And you wanted full frame, you wanted the ability to shoot in full frame, and you only needed 1080p. I don't think it's that bad. But definitely people will argue the opposite of that, because it's lacking a lot of things like the 4K. Here's my opinion, Jason. Let me know what you think.
Yeah.
Even if Canon did put 4K, let's say they did, it would have to be in motion JPEG. And people would still complain.
No doubt about it.
And then it would still have a crop factor. People would still complain.
Right.
You feel me? Like, it doesn't matter what Canon would try to do. I was in the same boat, guys. I was just like hammering Canon. I was like, are you serious? You just got motion JPEG. You had X amount of years to go from the Canon 1DC, because the 1DC is the one that kind of got the motion JPEG stuff going. But for whatever reason, Canon just couldn't find a way to work their processor to convert their video to a more workable format, just like Sony does with their video. But Canon couldn't figure it out in so many years, or they just intentionally, obviously, as they usually do, restrict it to the cinema line. So I was just really, it bummed me out, right? And then the crop factor was another issue, which you can work around, but it does suck. So I don't know. I don't think Canon, whatever Canon is gonna do, they're always gonna get some sort of like, I don't think they can.
I mean, yeah, no, it goes back to everything we've been talking about since the dawn of time. Nothing any of these camera companies do will satisfy anybody. But I'll still say I was pretty damn disappointed with the 6D Mark II. Like, had I waited for it, I don't know. Life would have been so different. I'm just glad I didn't wait. I legit was gonna wait for the 6D Mark II. Had I waited for it, oh man, game over, man.
I really do think if they did put a 4K with a minimal crop factor and they were able to do it in some fashion, this camera would get crazy attention in terms of people wanting to pick it up.
Yeah.
But it's just the Canon game. It really is. And if you're just primarily a photographer, then if you want the additional dynamic range, you're gonna have to look at Nikon and Sony. I mean, if you want the additional dynamic range. But yeah, it just kind of, kind of sad, just a little bit. I mean, I don't care as much anymore because I'm not on the Canon. I'm moving away from Canon already, but it's just kind of sad.
Have you sold your camera yet?
I need to free up some cap space for me to be able to spend money elsewhere. So I'm getting jelly of your 24-70 G Master, but I'm going to hold off on getting one.
Get it, man.
No.
Get it. You need it. You need it.
And then I'm thinking about that 100 to 400, which we're going to talk about soon. So
you need that too.
I guess we just.
You need that too.
Jeez, it's gonna be totally useless for like evening high school sports for me. But I just want to check it out. I guess I'll try to get a loaner unit out from Sony, but I'll wait a little bit longer for it. So. But I guess I'll pick Tag the Shooter's brain on it later because he's shooting with it right now. So
nice.
Yeah, definitely interested in that. So I'm to see what's going on in there.
All right. Do you want to move on to the news, or should we read out some comments first?
Man, let's just go ahead and finish. Let's just go ahead and finish up the news while we're at it.
All right, guys, hang on tight.
All right, just start getting the Q&A stuff ready. We're almost done. So we got the Sony 18-105 firmware update. There's this guy. He posted a comment on Facebook, and then he messaged me on Instagram or sent me an email asking, let me know that on Twitter. I think you were at replied, weren't you? That the 18-105 has a new firmware update. You don't have that lens, do you? You don't have it, right?
No, I wish I had that lens.
But yeah, anyway, there's a new firmware update from Sony to improve, I think, the autofocusing performance on it. So those are always good things. I wish I had two 18-105s, then I could easily test it out a little bit better. But I don't. So I'll try to do some sort of basic test to see if it's improved that much. So
what the update was that it just improved the autofocus on the lens?
I think that was kind of more compatibility and autofocus speed. Okay. So that's not a bad thing. I think that's always good. I mean, I used it for some sports and I didn't find it too bad. So yeah, that's the 18-105 firmware update. And then finally, I don't know how much you guys value DxOMark. I honestly never look at DxOMark very much at all, but it was in the kind of news lineup. The Sony 100 to 400 is being touted as being a really sharp lens, sharper than the Canon 100 to 400 Mark II. So there you go.
Case closed.
And that's it. I'm excited about it because I remember when we were talking to the reps when we were in LA at Sammy's, I was asking the rep and even Johnny from Sony Pro Support. I'm like, which one would you get? Would you get the 70 to 200 with a 2x teleconverter or the 100 to 400? Which one's going to be sharper? And I don't think there was like a definitive answer completely. So I'm very curious about it.
I think he told you to just go straight for the 100 to 400, no?
I think that was the take.
Yeah.
But I always like to test it out anyway. I kind of want to see for myself.
I mean, I shot some, or Vivian shot some photos with the 100 to 400, and I was actually pretty blown away.
It was good, right? It was like the quality was good.
Really good. We even saw some pores on your face too.
Nice. Awesome.
It was damn sharp. It was damn sharp. But we only viewed it on the camera screen, so I'm just gonna take DxOMark's word on it, on its sharpness, because I don't think I'll ever own that lens for anything. And whenever you do get it, I'll take your word for it.
All right. But the thing is, though, I could have sworn, I mean, the G Master perspective is they're trying to build those lenses out so it can resolve 6 to 8K video that comes up in the future.
Oh yeah,
that's what the
G Master is up for.
Yeah, they're preparing for the future. So I don't know. That's the word on the street, right? 6. Yeah, they're planning for the future.
So they're doing it. They're fulfilling it.
All right, I think it's time to start taking a look at the chat and see what's going on in there.
Breaking news: Zoom Chris is selling all his Sony gear and switching to Fuji.
Oh wow, that's what's going on? Dude, that's breaking news.
That is breaking.
Zoom Chris. Oh God, we just broke some news today. Holy
Zoom,
smokes!
Chris. Please. World's not ready for that yet. No one's ready to switch.
Let's see. Oh man. At the chat right now, guys. Let's see. Casper says the 100 to 400 also works very well with the teleconverter. So nice. Thanks, Casper.
Wow. Sam asked if this is live. Yes, it is.
Oh man, I gotta tell you, I feel bad. You know, it's sometimes when we upload the live show, it's in the YouTube comments and they still think it's live, and I feel really bad. And I'm just like, oh darn it, I feel so bad. They missed it, right? And they'll say something like, "Oh, the audio is really bad." I'm like, you know, the show already happened, man. I'm so sorry. So Keith Alexander Bailey. So did you get a 6D, or looks like he's testing it out or taking a look at some of them?
By the way, if you guys have Q&A questions for us, just start queuing them up right now. Hashtag QA.
Yeah, just queue them up.
Queue them up.
Casper's also saying the 100 to 400 cuts like a knife. I like that.
Drop us a like too if you guys can. We forgot to plug that in.
Just put 100 dislikes. That's fine with me. That's fine with me too.
Oh, look, that we have one dislike now. Good job, Danny. Look what you did.
Yes, that's all we need. One dislike. I love it when the video goes up and then there's an automatic. I remember when that whole Sony A9 thing was going down. I uploaded a video, 7 dislikes. I had just uploaded the video, 7 dislikes. I was like, wow. They were waiting. They were waiting for this moment. It was so good times. Chris Barr. As far as updating the lens, you know what? I'm trying to do some daily content, so I am going to make a video on how to update the lens. So, yeah. I
don't know. Well, there's 3 dislikes now. Good job, Danny. Good job. Like I said at the beginning of the show, this show is going to go down to the grounds.
Nah, I mean, hey, you know what? Give it a like. What does Zed Pro Media say? He says, give the video a like or give it 2 dislikes. I like Lee's approach.
Nice.
Let's see here. David Osler, what's going on? Let's see. Man, I think we should just jump to the Q&A.
Let's just jump to Q&A because those downvotes are coming in fast.
Oh, really?
All right, guys, keep disliking the videos. I don't care. This is on Danny's channel.
No, don't dislike it, please. Don't. It might affect any future sponsors and giveaways in the future. Like, throw a bunch of likes on there. We're trying. Right, I'm trying to work.
Throw some likes. We're just kidding.
People. So yeah, I'm just joking, man. Come on.
Okay, good. It's going back down. Good. Going back down.
Goodbye giveaways, man. I mean, because I'm worried. I'm like, what if the sponsor looks at it and they're like, why are they getting so many dislikes in the video? I'm like, oh crap. Okay.
All right, good. Whoa. They took away 2 dislikes. Thank goodness.
Sorry, guys. I was guilt tripping you there. All right, let's find some questions. But no, seriously, we are. I'm trying my best to start talking with some people. So I would love to start doing some freebies on the show. Because you guys are always here, so really appreciate
you guys are freaking awesome. So that's definitely that's something that we want to do, to start approaching to brands and companies to like even throw out some free stuff for you guys. Yeah,
that's the plan.
That is the plan. B&B Films ask Sigma 135 or 85. It really depends on you. If you value the more compression from the 135 and you don't mind the extra girth and the weight of the 135, maybe you'll like the 135. But the 85 is awesome too. I think Francisco likes the 85 more than the 135 now.
Or on the working distance, right? I mean, if you're working with a model, the 135 definitely have to step back a little bit more. Yeah. But the 85 is going to make it a little bit easier. I think Manny's even mentioned that, I think, within his his videos, is that it's a little bit easier to work with the 85. Yeah. That's what I would say. Mm-hmm. I don't know, guys. I'm just trying to do my best to jump through different questions. Joshua Salmaron asks, Sony 50mm f1.8. I don't know if that's the OS version or the full frame one, or the Sigma 30mm f1.4. Jason Vaughn, what would you pick? Sigma 31.4 or the 50?
I go over the 30. Again, I feel like 50 on an APS-C is just way too tight. I think 30 is like the sweet spot. So I've used it. I loved it. It's great. Great focal length.
There you go. That's what I would look at. Let's see here. Jason, shout it out.
M. Pollinger, what camera lens combo should I put on a tripod for a wide shot of a small music festival in a 300 cap club? Look into A7S II, and the bat is 18. And if you need anything wider than that, ooh, I think 18 is honestly. Oh, wait, no, the 16 to 35 G Master is not out yet. Yeah, 18, something like that would be good. Just make sure you set the focus on the stage and not on the crowd.
All right.
Luca, I lost the thing. Luca Miska. Sorry, I butchered your name. When do you expect the A7R III? That could be a monster camera. So again, announcement for that camera is set to be the end of this year or like closer to November. So that's just the announcement, and that's just a rumor. So we'll have to see.
I think 2018 today is going to drop. I don't expect it this year. Year. I think the A9 is kind of like their big camera. What's going on?
I don't know. Do you hear that?
Jason's getting. I heard that. Jason, you're getting a phone call?
Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Uh-oh. Where do I? Okay, good. It's gone. I have no idea where that came from. Anyways, sorry for that. Anyways, B&B Films asks, what's a good strobe light for outdoor? Flashpoint Explore 600.
Man, I gotta use mine. Shoot. Maybe during the senior portrait time frame.
Yeah, do it.
Sam Shai says, should Fujifilm do full frame objectively for customers and company in general, and subjectively for yourselves? So if you don't know already, Fujifilm focuses on APS-C, and they also do medium format, I would say. I think I could have sworn Fujifilm's take was that as a company, they wanted to keep the lenses sort of light, but also high quality, and keep the smaller form factor. And so APS-C kind of fit the bill for Fujifilm in that respects. Yeah. If they went with full frame, the lenses would have to get a little bit bigger. Well, obviously they're going to get bigger. So would I want them to do full frame? Hell yeah, sure. I mean, I'm just not in the Fujifilm camp. So
same.
I wouldn't be able to be a good person to talk about that.
But really no comment from me either. But I did talk to Lee from Z Pro Media. He loves the form factor, and he says a lot of fast primes are coming out for the Fuji camera anyway. So he honestly he commented, this is from his words, he was like, he thought he used to think that he would get really sharp photos off his Canon until he uses Fuji now, and he's getting way sharper photos. And that's an APS-C camera, right? You said it's an APS-C?
Yeah.
So, pretty insane.
Oh, I saw Dave Sincere's comment. He said automatic dislikes. They were all from Vivian and her multiple accounts.
Nah, she's too busy. Too busy to care.
Oh man,
can't even hear me. David also
said Sands.
Oops.
Oh, go ahead, man. Go.
Oh, David. Oh, yeah, David also has a comment. There's no difference with the 18.105 update that I could see.
You heard it from Dave first, guys.
You heard from David. I trust David also.
Jay Sanson says, when are you guys coming to Chicago? Oh,
I don't know.
I think our first one's going to be New York.
Yeah.
So
we're going to be for Photo Plus.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you're in that area, please come on down. I'm going to make the accommodations to attend. I'll figure out the days I'll be there. But if you're on the East Coast, but yeah, I think we're going to hit up
Photo Plus in New York at the Javits Convention Center from October 25th to the 29th. So we'll be there.
Yeah, we'll do a meetup or something like that. That's what they would call it.
Patrick Chang says, Might sell the 55-1.8 to get the 85-1.8 and put money towards another lens. Do you think I'll regret giving up the 55? I have an A7 II and I just picked up the used A63 as a second body. I mean, what are you shooting, Patrick? Are you shooting more portraits? I feel like 55 is more versatile than the 85 if you're just looking for any sort of general shooting.
Yeah, I would say that too. Alex Sandoval says, by the way, Manny Ortiz and Scott Robert are doing a free portrait workshop at Sammy's in Fairfax.
Don't remind me. I can't go.
Why? What's going on?
I'm going to San Francisco, and then right after that, I'm flying to Europe.
Okay, all right. Okay. Show's over, guys. It's over.
Done. Game over.
It's over.
But damn.
If I don't have anything on the 26th, I'm definitely going to try to make it out to their workshop. So hope to see you guys there. Hey!
Yay. that one camera crashing on Manny Ortiz and Scott Robert Lim's event.
We'll just bring like a screen and have we'll just feed in Jason Vong so he can be there with us.
Thank you.
In spirit.
I'll tune in from the wedding that I have to shoot. No big deal.
Oh gosh, I forget you do that kind of stuff. Oh man, but yeah, if you're gonna be there, I'm gonna try to make the accommodations to be there. So go to that workshop in Fairfax at Sammy's Camera.
For sure.
All right.
For sure.
B&B Films asks, do you think Canon would come out with a Canon 1DC Mark II, maybe full frame 4K? No. I'm sorry. I don't think they're going to do it. It's weird that it's even silly that Canon didn't even offer the Canon log on their 1DX Mark II, but I think it was kind of like, it would be a kick in the face because the C300 Mark II doesn't even have, I don't think the C300 Mark II has 4K 60p. And then the Canon 1DX Mark II gets 4K 60p. Imagine if they gave it C-Log. So, B&B, I'm sorry. I don't think it's going to happen.
Wow.
Zoom Chris says, if I switch, will you still love me? Yes, no. Chris, we will still love you.
No.
Jason Vong, no. Jason Vong. It's like,
don't come to any of our live shows unless it's on Danny's channel. I'm just messing.
Nah, that'd be awesome, man. I'd love to hear your take on it. I mean,
I just like different perspectives. We love to hear different perspectives on like different brands.
You've used Sony, so going from Sony and using the Fujifilm stuff, that's always great because now you have a little bit of a both. You can speak on both.
Yeah.
Damon Hart says, I just got an Alpha 6500 and I'm new to cameras. When I read something that says a lens has a crop factor, what does that mean?
Danny, that's Jason, your territory, man. That's your territory, dude.
All right. So, hey, real quick, right? All right. So Sony makes different types of lenses. They make lenses that are built for APS-C, right? So like smaller lenses typically. And then full frame lenses are, I don't know. This is not the right show, man. I don't know how I'm going to explain it right off the top of my head. Just know that crop factors. I'm getting brain fart right now, so maybe I'll make a video soon about that. I'm sorry. That was terrible. Oh, that was terrible. Jason, do you see any other questions?
Let's see here. Joshua asks, Photoshop editing tutorials. Check out Flern. Flern and Photos in Color. Those are my two favorite channels.
Yeah, Damon, I'll try to do something maybe in the future about the crop stuff. I'm the Brown says, when are you coming to Miami?
I don't know, man. We need to plan some stuff out. I've been traveling a lot this year, so I mean, I would love to like go out to like some more places. Chicago, Miami, Canada. We'll be there.
That'd be cool.
I don't know why Rodell booed me. Why'd you boo me?
Avery Wong Photography says, what lenses have you found that works best with the MC11 and the Metabone Smart Adapter? I've had mixed results with this Canon 70-200 and the Sigma 135 f1.8. My personal experience is the Metabones tends to be a little bit better for single shot type stuff. But if you wanted full compatibility with like autofocus continuous, the Sigma adapter is the best. But I felt the Metabones was just more consistent and worked better in general. It's kind of a vague answer, but that's what I would have to say for me personally.
Cool. Well, God dang it, lost it again.
They gotta do something with this.
Peter V is going to Sammy's, so he'll see you there.
I will see you there, Peter V. Just say hi.
Zoom Chris says, I can see hate in your eyes already. Don't come back, Zoom Chris. Friendship over.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Dave Sincere, you guys are doing good. You're down to 4 dislikes.
Keep it up, and we can probably turn water into wine.
Man, was that some of the main stuff? Dave Sincere's asking, how expensive are Fuji lenses to Sony?
I can't comment on that. I don't know.
I think they're comparable. I mean, I haven't looked at the Fuji stuff too much, so maybe Zoom Chris can answer that in the comments.
Zoom Chris, let us know. Definitely make a vlog on your Switch. Let us know when you saw the camera, when you're picking up the Fuji, and of course your first-hand experience with the new, I don't know what you're getting, XT1, XT2?
Yeah. Avery Wrong was saying that he jumped from the A9, switched over to Nikon, and just needs to figure out which lens route to go, whether to go to native or adapt glass.
Native.
Yeah, native is going to give you the best result. Obviously, right? I guess it really just depends on what you can budget for the time being. Big lenses that Sony doesn't have yet, that Sigma does in their line of lenses. So that might be your only choice right now, anyway, just to adapt. So
Avery Wong says they thought we were the same person for the longest time.
We're done. This show is over, guys. Good night.
You know, someone left me a comment the other day and said, you're kind of like that one camera guy's goofy brother.
What the heck?
I don't know. You're kind of like that one camera guy's goofy brother. I was like, okay, thanks. we probably kind of do.
Other than we're Asian, I guess. Let's see.
Asian, skin color.
But there's, like you said, there's this channel called The Hybrid Shooter, and there's a YouTube channel called the Camera Guy.
Oh my god, it's just so.
They're gonna do like that other camera guy.
That other camera guy. I'm gonna change my name up.
I'm just glad I wasn't. It's really funny. It's a sidebar here, but Sony Alpha Rumors, when they would post my video, they would refer to me as the camera guy.
Oh, and then they finally fixed it. On your video?
When they did post it, they would just call me the camera guy, I think. And I was like, but I'm not the camera guy. But they fix it now. It looks like they do use the correct. I'm glad they are, because it can be a little confusing at first. So yeah.
That's good. It shows that they care enough to change it.
Avery Wong's like, I'm Asian. I can't tell the difference. All right.
Damn.
I'm done.
Damn.
Oh, that's too funny.
I'm gonna have to start changing my hair color or something, and probably go K-pop. I'm gonna differentiate from you. Probably go blonde or something.
Samir's still asking about my Nikon D500 review. All right, I'm gonna tell you the lowdown truth about that. I have a lot of recorded footage for the Nikon D500. It's on my I have like 3 different working computers that I have. I'm just too lazy to dig through it. I'm gonna finish it. It's just, I will finish it. All right. BMB Film says, how do you get subscribers? You got to make some videos. You got to make videos. Don't do sub for sub. That doesn't work.
Don't ever do. I hate that. People come into my channel. Hey, get great content. Let me know when you sub me back. I'll sub you. And I'm like, what? What? Go away.
That reminds me, I got this comment from somebody, and they were saying that they're in a very difficult place in their life right now. They're like a different country, and they were asking me if I could send my camera to them, and it was kind of odd.
Oh, whoa! That sounds familiar. I think Atola Visuals.
And then Atola Visuals got the same thing. So I messaged her and I said, "Hey, I got the same thing. I got something extremely similar," and I felt bad. And then I was like, all of a sudden, it seems like it could possibly be a scam. So just like, was it your story you were talking about, Jason? Got featured on BuzzFeed, I think. What was it?
No, it wasn't my story.
It was like,
it was a story similar to mine. Yeah, The Verge published the Venmo scam story, and I was just like, why didn't you guys hit me up? But I guess they were looking for victims, not almost victims.
Very long. Should I go balls to the wall with the 100 to 400 for wedding work? If you have plenty of light, I mean, sure. 100 to 400.
It's too crazy. I've never seen someone with that kind of setup out of all the weddings that I shot.
Maybe for video, I could see it from further, way back though, like some distance. You know what I mean? If you didn't have a 70 to 200, like that was your only choice.
7200. It's good. 7200 is good enough.
Yeah. I was asking were they Nigerian. I think they said they were from, I think it might have been India or Pakistan. I don't quite remember. Man, we're only going to be here for a few more minutes, guys. So if you still got some questions, send them through. Steven Waddell says, would you recommend a beginner to go right into full frame or go with APS-C first? Jason, any thoughts on that?
APS-C, the lenses are cheaper.
It just depends, I guess, right? If you have money to drop, I don't see what's wrong with going full frame, but it is going to be expensive on the Sony end. But if you're going on the DSLR, and there is some cost-effective full frame cameras if you wanted to go to, even secondhand. So that's what I would say. Just depends. Photo Miaik says, us YouTubers got to support each other. Also, David Oster, absolutely. It is a tough thing, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's the YouTube stuff's tough. And what's tough too is that people don't always understand what it is to be on our end all the time. You know, we're always in the crosshair of the discussions, and it's just a day in, day out fight battle. Right, Jason? Jason's gone.
I'm still here.
Nyler Studio says, random questions. He's a full-time photographer who streams on twitch.tv, live edits, and gaming. Have you guys thought of live streaming on Twitch?
I've thought about it.
Thought about doing a Let's Play, actually, on my channel and seeing all my subscribers disappear. I was actually considering doing a Let's Play with Outlast 2 because I think the guy uses a camera in the actual game. And I said, it'd be really funny just to do a Let's Play video of somebody has to use a camera in the video game. But that was kind of random.
We're going to play Pokemon Snaps.
Pokemon. Oh, yeah. Pokemon Snap. The old school, right?
The old school
Pokemon Snap.
That makes you take photos of Pokemon.
Let's get an emulator running or something. That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Avery Wong says Alpha 6500 or A7 II. What would be a good second body for the A9? Alpha 6500 or A7 Mark II? What do you say, Jason?
I honestly have not used the A7 II, so A6500, but you might have a better.
I would say A7 II just to keep it full frame. That's just my opinion. Obviously, it's not going to be as good as the A9, but yeah. Nyler Studios, am I the only creative who games? No, I play video games, but I never finish them.
It's so hard to play video games.
Clock in like 40 hours on an RPG or something like that, and I just don't bother finishing the game because I get busy with work and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I forget.
YouTube is the hardest game that we have to play.
That is the truth, man. YouTube is a very tough game.
Yeah, it's hard.
Like so many. It is tough.
I'm crying right now.
That's a tough question. The best bang for buck autofocus ultra wide. The 14mm Rokinon, Bodice 18, 10 to 18, 12 to 24, 16 to 24 f 2.8 to f4. I don't know. How much is the Rokinon going for right now?
You can probably score them for about $500 on sale.
So then let's say 14mm Rokinon, because best bang for buck, right? Okay. Oh yeah, Photo Miyagi did that Sony PlayStation A9. You guys gotta go check that out. Those of you on the stream that are still here for some weird reason, go to Photo Miyagi's channel. He did that. He did that Sony PlayStation A9.
I was like, what is this?
Yeah, go check that one out. That's pretty funny. Zoom Chris, I think he's headed out. Stay safe. Hit him up if you need some Sony gear. Yes, hit up Zoom Chris.
Hey, yo, since we only have like a minute left, I just want to take the time and say congratulations, that one camera guy, for hitting 20K. Did you make a video on that yet? I don't feel like you made an announcement on that. That's quite a feat right there.
I was gonna make a video in Malibu. Oh, I didn't even talk about the freaking Malibu trip. Anyway, all right. So I guess we'll be on for like another 5 minutes, right? So I was going to make a video about the 20,000 subscribers at the nice view they had, but I was like, nah, I didn't. I was like, I'll just wait till I get to like another landmark number. I just didn't want to make a video specifically about it. But since Jason Bonk just said it, yes, I made it to 20,000 subscribers. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah, good job. Congratulations. But you're like over 20,000 now. You're like 600 subscribers too.
Definitely over 9,000. So I'm happy about that.
Nice. Good job.
And it's got to keep going. Got to keep going. But yeah, I was at Malibu for about 4 days, and I'm gonna tell you, it was tough. I've been trying to do maybe like 5 videos a week on the YouTube channel, and I knew when I was going to go to this conference that it was going to be pretty tough. I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I made that video tutorial showing you how to sync dual audio. Campus police actually talked to me when I was out on campus at 4. I was at 4 o'clock in the morning, had all my camera gear. Like I had like several cameras out on a table, and then the campus security comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, are you here with the other people from the camps and stuff?" I said, yes, I am. And he started asking me some questions about cameras. We started talking about mirrorless cameras. He's like, I'm looking for a camera for my daughter. Do you think this one would work really well? I was like, yeah, the A6000 is good. You should take a look at it. I was going to plug myself, but I held from doing that. I didn't say, check out that one camera, guy. I made some tutorials for this.
Yeah, at least plug me in if you're not going to plug yourself in. Come on, Dan. You throw me a bone.
Oh man, and then it was just nice having a lot more in Malibu, but yeah, I just kept it up. I was just trying to figure out how to make some videos while I was out there, and but yeah, it was good times. And then that's it. Back here. It's hot. It's hot here. Thank you guys for the Arnold. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. Zoom Chris. That is so funny. Zoom Chris says with 20K indeed, Malibu with Miley. My students, when we were driving there, because like we were driving this big van there, my students were like, "Can we play that Miley Cyrus song, Malibu?"
Oh man.
So we played the Malibu. We played that song from Miley Cyrus while we were getting there. So it's pretty funny. So the Brown, thank you everyone there, thank you, appreciate it. Let's just get to 100K. That's my next goal.
100K
subscribers
by the end of the year.
Silver play button. That's my next goal. Any Must find a way to surpass Maddie. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but daily videos it is.
Daily
Mental
videos.
torture.
Crank them out.
Daily torture. Daily torture. I think that's it. I'm done. Jason, do you got anything you want to say? How can people find you, Jason Vong, if they don't already know?
JasonVong.com. JasonVong. Can't go wrong with Jason Vong.
There you go. That's how you find Jason Vong. Hit him up on Twitter. Hit him up on Instagram. All that good stuff. And you guys know where to find me. I'm here on this channel every single other day. And looking forward to some more content for you. And looking forward to seeing you guys next week as well. I think that'll do it. Guys, thank you again for joining us on Monday Live. Really appreciate it. And very thankful for everyone out there that watches both me and Jason Vong. So BonoMeX said start doing fake positivity videos.
You're watching one right now.
Completely. I just tried to just kind of got to laugh, keep that energy going. Guys, thank you again. We'll catch you later. Bye.
Peace.